Good evening, Speed Gaming. Hello, hello. I am Code Gorilla. Welcome to the Crystalis Randomizer 2025 tournament. I'm Code Gorilla, one of your commentators today. I am joined by the Axeman as my co-commentator.
Hello.
And Leaf as last-minute tracker. Thank you so much, Leaf.
Mm-hmm. Look, have fun, you two.
I'm going to go ahead and drop the gate for our racers here so we can get started.
All right.
Chat, please. Please yell at me if I miss something.
So yes, this is a round one match between, we have Tornel on the left and we have UraniumAnchor on the right. Should be a good race. Looking forward to it. This is our third race of the tournament so far. We've had some good ones already, so.
That's right, yeah. And we have a past winner of one of our tournaments in Tornel here.
That is true. That is true. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust the audio because I'm getting some notes from chat that it's a little loud. I feel like it shows up louder for you guys than it actually does in the software I'm using to set the audio in the first place. Let me know if that's better. It looks like we should be getting started shortly here soon. Just dealing with a little bit of stream delay.
Okay. A mimic and an orb of thunder. First two items. Arillis, the Kensu's Dance Hall. So the thing we're looking at starting out here is we're interested in all of the houses because we don't know when we walk into one of these houses, we don't know where we're going to get. They're all randomized. I guess I should say we have some ideas because if there is an icon above the door, we know what it is. So like that inn, we know what it is. The weapon shop, we know it's a weapon shop, but we don't know what it has. It could have any assortment of weapons and armor. UA, of course, playing with his favorite Carol sprite from Freedom Planet.
Whereas Tornel seems to have finally remembered to switch off of that sprite after testing it for a little bit, and it switched back to the default Samaya. As sort of expected for this early in the seed, we're both in GBC Cave. There's a couple of chests in here, and then this is usually your main way out of the starting area.
So if you don't remember this cave from the vanilla game, you're absolutely right. It was added completely new in the rando, and so this cave is not there at all. There's a cave that's sort of in the same place in the GBC version, which is why we call it the GBC cave.
I was going to say, if you do remember this from the vanilla game, I'm sorry you had to play the GBC version of this game. Interesting change early on after reassembling the broken statue. I always find it funny when the way out of Sphere 1 is just, oh, here's a broken lamp, or broken statue and a glowing lamp. Just put them together right away. They're like usually right next to each other in GBC Cave when that happens.
Could the shop have a sword or just axes? No, I'm afraid you have to get the axes by catching them from the Axeman.
Yeah. Ideally with your hands and not with your face or your body.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, with the change early on, I'm not surprised to see this take us to the Goa region. It means we have access to Swan, which you can see UA heading for right away.
And both runners using the skip, our wild warp pattern to kind of take a quick warp back to. Oh, okay. To take a quick warp back to the beginning, and then taking the open exit from the GBC cave. which is kind of in the other floor, away from the side that they had looked at where there are 2 chests.
All right,
UraniumAnchor
Elder
dismissing the guard.
Oak Elder and Brokahana in Goa. Worth noting, UA didn't check the houses in Goa right away, instead opted to go straight to Swan. Whereas Tornel has not been to Swan yet, and is exploring what turns out to be Pyramid. Without a sword, this is only 1 check, but might as well get that 1 check, it's pretty quick.
Oh, okay. Tornel is seeing immediately what this is. It is the vanilla Carissa plant, which you trade to the Queen of Amazons, Queen Arillis, and you have to change into a woman because, they don't like men. Even though, and UraniumAnchor is playing as Carol, a female character, but they still don't like you, so...
And there's our first sword, is from the Queen.
The Sword of Wind. Now, I noticed that we had a water wall in GBC Cave, which is not the vanilla wall. So we have randomized walls. And that means that any wall could be... Until we see it, we won't know if we have the right sword for it or not. And we have seen the wall in GBC Cave. We know we can't break it with the wind sword.
Yep, absolutely. So UA, I missed whether or not he got the Carissa plant.
I believe he did, and then he left. He decided that he would check some more items over here.
I think that's reasonable. Although a little bit less so with that flail guy right there on Mount Hydra.
That's rough. I mean, we know that Tornel is going the right way. He found the sword, and this was absolutely the way to go, but, it could just as easily be something over here.
Yep.
So there's 1 item that you can get on the mountain there, and UA, finding a flail guy in the way, decides, maybe we'll check the other one, which is Oasis Cave here, where there's also 1 chest that you can get without any... You can just walk right there without any swords or anything.
I do think it's a heads-up play from Tornel to have checked the Carissa plant right away. When you've already seen Arillis, and you've gotten changed this early, it feels like pretty likely to be the route for progress, the way the generator tends to work.
That's right, yeah, the generator does tend to kind of put things gated in kind of like a certain number of...
That is an awkward kind of looks place like for the Sword of Thunder, by the way.
Yeah. And we saw Sabera's Fortress in the back of Chiron here. The bosses do have scaling. Okay, questions from chat about scaling. So everything scales. The bosses, the enemies, and the rewards from the enemies. So both the gold and experience that the enemies drop. And you can see the scaling factor. It's that DL. So that the number that says DL on the back there, on their HUD there, right under their level, that DL is their is the scaling level, and that scales up 1 for every item that you find. Yeah, danger level or difficulty level, and so that goes up 1 for every unique item. It does not go up for consumables.
I feel bad for UA because he got past the first flail guy and ran into a second flail guy at the beginning of Mount Hydra. Then, on the next attempt, he got past the second flail guy and died to the third one. All before getting to the first chest.
And he didn't check Arillis.
Oh, maybe he's forgotten, or maybe he's too used to randomized trade-ins. Randomized trade-ins is one of the flags that is intermittently on or off, so you don't necessarily know from the beginning whether or not it's on.
Oh. Okay, and we saw Misha with Crystalis at the windmill. That's one of the required things that we're going to need to find. So our runners are happy to see that. That's something we'd like to see a little more buried as the audience here, but I'm sure we'll find some other things to there'll be some other challenges for our runners here.
It's worth noting that Tornel did go back to Pyramid to talk to Azteca, and was rewarded with rabbit boots. So actually kind of paying off there. Has small logical implications, but honestly is just a pretty good accessory. You know, you'd prefer Warrior Ring or Speed Boots, but it's like my third favorite accessory to have.
Of course, when you're paralyzed and you can't shoot, then, you know, you can still jump, which is nice.
Yeah. More water.
So, this is Sabera's fortress that Tornel is in, and he can get several items here, and a required boss that he's going to have to fight at some point. Okay, so that reset there cleared his status, so it cleared his paralysis. So yeah, you can jump while paralyzed. It only affects your sword charge.
I feel like at this point Tornel has just forgotten he has a more powerful sword.
Yeah, the Thunder Sword would be so much more useful on this boss.
Especially, it's a level 2 Thunder Sword already, since we basically started with the Orb of Thunder. That said, Refresh, not bad.
Yeah, especially given that Tornel has no other healing. He didn't buy any medical herbs. To be fair, you know, we're just getting started.
Ooh. These soldiers have it out for him. Okay, that's interesting. Tornel did just successfully damage a Mimic right before getting poisoned by it, which means that enemy weaknesses are randomized, because Mimics are normally only weak to fire and thunder.
Yeah, everything else so far looked, you know, close to vanilla. And sometimes that's how it feels with all of them, is, you know, you might get a... Sometimes it feels like everything is not randomized, and then all of a sudden you see one that is not. Tornel, look at that, he's so happy. Boy. He kind of made this clutch play, making it to the boss. Of course, he's one hit away from dying, and if he's gonna fight this boss, he has to do it without getting hit. And it is. And he has to use his weaker sword, too.
And honestly, there's not actually that much else he can do right now, come to think of it. Like, I don't think he's done the one check in Oasis Cave. We know from UA's side that that's just a magic ring, so that doesn't matter. But yeah, I think this is the way forward. So, just don't get hit.
Yeah,
Simply
sure.
Don't get hit. I mean, when you understand how Sabera works, it's actually not too bad. But it's going to be very tense. He's doing a great job so far. Oh! I had to say something. Commentator's curse. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So she does start moving faster and faster as the fight goes on. And Tornel, you know, taking a shot. So at this point, he could grind, like, he could spend just a little bit of time grinding the Mimic that's in the beginning, and then he'd be able to buy, like, a whole bunch of medical herbs. But he does have, he can buy one medical herb.
Yeah, he used the N to heal up, and he bought a medical herb, and now he's just going to have to get to the boss without taking a bunch of damage, which was honestly the problem, is that by the time he got to the boss, he was at, like, 2 HP and no MP for Refresh. I think if he goes in close to full health and with a full set of MP with Refresh, no problem.
Oh, and there's a good point. We do have the sword charge glitch. Tornel didn't use it, but yeah, he could totally use that sword charge glitch to get a level 2 sword coming in here and do some extra damage, but he didn't remember. You could only do the sword charge glitch in areas where you can save, so it'd be something you would have to do before he came in.
Yeah, he does seem to be consistently playing as though the Sword of Thunder does not exist. Or at least the Orb of Thunder doesn't.
We know he's still got a pretty comfortable lead, but because looking on UA's side, he just got his Sword of Wind, and he's going into back into the pyramid where he will. He's going to go straight for Dragon in the pyramid here.
And of course, oh, that's another sword. I was going to say,
Wow.
Of course, now that he has all that healing, Tornel beats Sabera 1 without taking any damage. So. Okay, it's not charge shots only, buddy. You can stab the chest. You should stab the chest. There you go.
Wait, I guess we're so used to playing with the sword charge only. Our last big showcase at that Final Fantasy Rando event, Tornel didn't play in that one. But,
No.
we had sword charge only on. We had, we played Wham. We had, like, everything on, which was pretty crazy.
I will say I've certainly made that mistake in practicing for this tournament, so I get it.
Yeah.
I've been there. By the way, we did see briefly earlier from UA, the wall behind Zebu here is a fire wall, so Tornel is going to be able to make it to Cordell here.
Okay. So we know the walls are randomized, but that one happens to be vanilla.
Yeah.
Let's see where Tornel goes from here.
Actually, what's
I
interesting
find with
go
these
ahead.
flags, it often pays off to go straight and clear all of the items in Saber West as soon as you get here. But
Interesting.
and it looks like Tornel. He's thinking about it, but he's
I want
instead
to
he's
just
going to
at
go
least
out here.
set a checkpoint first. Yeah. We're just setting a slightly better checkpoint than the back of Zebu's cave.
And it's also possible with randomized walls that he doesn't have, that it's going to be a water wall, and he won't be able to, get anywhere here.
I feel like you're probably supposed to check that at the tornado bracelet spot, though, if you have the ability to. Which he does with the rabbit boots. Probably not too big of a deal, as long as you don't forget to check it afterwards. I mean, the thing is, without a warp point in Bryn Mawr, Tornel is probably walking down the mountain.
That's right, and if you do that, then when you slide down the mountain, then you're in a good spot to climb back up to the tornado bracelet spot, so this would actually be a good routing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But what's rough is that he just that was a good save. So he has refresh for healing, but he got hit by the blob that steals his MP, and so all of his healing, his MP for healing, was all pretty much blown away by that. So he's back into until he finds something here.
Looks like UA has entered the Sabera fight. Meanwhile, Tornel has found a bunch of really juicy Medusas here to grind on. Oh, it came a little less appealing with the appearance of that robot, but not enough to stop Tornel.
Now, UA did not get the rabbit boots. So he's got a little bit more of a challenge on this fight compared to Tornel, who was able to run around and charge. As he kind of, moved around and dodged, he could charge his sword. UA is going to have to kind of like dodge and stand in place to get that charge. Okay, and we saw Tornado Bracelet as the item.
That's two signs pointing towards vanilla.
Oh, no! Let's
right.
see if Tornel can make it through here.
This is the one status that can't be overwritten by other statuses, right? Because there's,
No.
I guess there's also a wall you have to walk through, so you don't really want to be paralyzed. You'd almost rather be noopered.
However, unlike the other statuses, simply going through any door, any sort of screen transition will clear it, so...
Alright.
Okay, so UA taking out Sabera. So he decided to take down Sabera first, and then go to get some of these items that are on the other side. So there's one item that's on the other side from where Sabera is. and he decided to get that after finishing off Sabera.
These are some rude butterflies. They really have it out for Tornel. Alright, Hazmat. Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
that's a
oak
good
is on the
find.
table. Alright. So that's Saber West basically cleared out. Only thing we really found was Hazmat. Oh, we got the Psycho Armor, which was a nice quality of life.
Yeah.
But the only progression we found was Hazmat.
Okay, so UA starting to work his way through here. He beat Sabera, and he went back in here. I don't think he figured out that he could beat the mimics with the Sword of Wind.
Either that or he bailed out of there because he got poisoned and didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Oh!
I
Okay.
missed what you oohed about.
That was the insect flute on
Okay.
Clark. Yeah, so in the town of Bryn Mawr, Clark was Clark, who gives you an item after you've beaten Sabera. So UA not going to get the items in the mountain. And we
No, I think that's
haven't seen that.
reasonable.
Oh yeah. Because so he's going to get that insect flute, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it without the hazmat suit that is on the mountain.
Well, depends on how patient you are and how good you are with refresh.
That's true, but without at this level with very limited items, that's
it's
not
probably
going to happen.
happening.
Yeah.
Worth noting that our players know, well, okay, at least UA knows where Crystalis is, where Messia is. We're only one sword away from having Crystalis, like, fairly early on in this race.
Oh. Now we do not have the alarm flute, so that was the lighthouse where Kensu is sleeping. Okay, so where is UA going now?
Probably back to Saber West. Again, I don't know what your other options are at this point.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else.
Sort of water
the
kind
one
of
wall,
blocks off a bunch of
the
stuff
wall
right
that we
now.
saw in GBC Cave was a water wall, which is the one sword we don't have.
Yeah, it's the other GBC cave exit. It's access to Amazons. It's access to the upper half of Mount Hydra. Telepathy. Okay.
Okay.
We saw the Oak Elder. I don't think we've seen the Oak Mother, but because you've beaten the insect, you can get the item from the Oak Elder.
I think Tornel knows it.
Interesting routing that doesn't come up very often.
I don't know. I see it come up quite a bit on these flags. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
I think
pretty
Tornel felt
good.
pretty good about that. Yeah. So where is he gonna take his flight?
Looks like straight to Sahara, probably to the pyramid entrance, which makes a lot of
That's
sense.
a good plan. Yeah.
Looking
So
for...
the way that the houses, all these entrances are randomized, we have the most important set of entrances we call like the palace entrances, and that includes the Portoa Castle. It includes Sabera's fortress, which we saw, the pyramid, which we also saw, and so you want to check all of those because those have very critical bosses that we have to beat at some point.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing you're hoping to not see here is Portoa Castle, just because you already have access to that by flying in through the back.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I was going to say, if this was here, we could have a really fast seed. Because now, the only thing... So the two things that we need for Go mode are access to Saber North, and we're going to need the Water Sword, of course. That's it. We're only 24 minutes in, and we're already talking about Go mode. So these are pretty fast flags.
Access to Saber North is... We haven't seen either Leaf Elder or Zebu Student, I don't believe. So we're still a bit of ways there, but we have a bunch of houses we can check.
That's right. Oh.
We did see the student? Okay. I'm getting word from chat that we did see the student. I just missed it.
Okay.
Tornel is taking a flight out over the ocean.
Oh no! Is UA lost here? Did he... I don't know if he's... Maybe he's not remembering that he has randomized walls for...
He hasn't gone back to Azteca.
Oh!
Right, so he can't actually do... I was about to say, he hasn't done Tornado Bracelet Spot, because that's what Hazmat was. But
yeah.
you need the rabbit boots to do that.
Yeah. That's... Okay. That would do it.
And you can see the look on UA's face is like, oh, really? This was here all along?
Yeah, it's always... Oh, and the answering machine was in the beach house. That means we'll be able to get a couple items in the back here, and it could also... it's also required to start the sequence for summoning the dolphin.
Tornel, you shouldn't have landed there. You gotta go across the little land bridge so that... Yeah. Ran out of MP. I've run into that before.
Maybe one of these houses here bails us out.
There we go.
Alright, there's an in. I was gonna say, you can probably just reset to get the one pity MP to fly over there. Could have picked up a medical herb there, but his inventory's full. Hopefully it has medical herb in it already. Okay, good, it does.
Okay, UA's starting to catch up. He's going to that tornado bracelet spot.
Okay, well, that's technically ESI access. But also, it means ESI access doesn't really matter this seed.
I mean, we already knew that because we've seen...
I guess you're right. We've seen the three that where it could matter.
It required,
we already have Noah access through the back, so...
Oh. And we've got water walls here.
So we can't get the other three items in ESI.
Like Tornel might be heading into the back of Goa, which is
at the very least you want to hit Oasis Cave here, I feel like. But yeah, probably into the back of Goa from there. Like, I kind of understand wanting to... Okay, just going straight for it.
Yeah, sure.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
So if you find the Sword of Water there, then, you know, then you got other things you can check or...
Oh boy,
Oh,
it's the bow of truth. I
He's just
appreciate
gonna
that. Reset out of the bow of truth.
Yeah.
Love it.
Normally a completely required item, and now a completely useless item.
Yep.
And
So, for anyone who hasn't been keeping up with the tournament so far this season, one of the flags it's on is no bow mode, which means to get to Dragon 2, you just walk back through the back of the cryotube in Mesame Shrine, and it just takes you directly to Dragon 2. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And it also immediately transitions Dragon 2 to his second phase after you use the Bow of Truth. So it means Bow of Sun and Moon just unlock the crypt to get 2 checks, and Bow of Truth is completely worthless. That is why we have updated the tracker for this tournament to not even show those things, and instead show things that end up mattering more often on these flags.
so UA getting making a little check to see. He wants to know if the that little detour he took. He wanted to see if the GBC cave exit was in this area, since he's already got it there, he knows he would, if he did see that, he would know that there would be no point in going through that. But we did not see it, and so that means that it still could be necessary to take that GBC cave exit.
Yeah, I don't remember if Tornel checked the one in Desert 2 and saw whether or not it was there. But that could be our access to the Portola region. If that gets us into Portola, then Sword of Water and Key to Prison is all we need for Go mode?
That would do it, yeah.
Okay.
Now, have we seen? Let's see. So we saw the Apprentice. Did we see the Leaf Elder? Oh, there we go.
Well, there's that Sword of Water.
Okay.
And I believe that's even all the way up to Orb of Water from earlier on.
Ooh, Psycho Shield. Oh, all the goods are back here. Now,
Yeah.
I don't believe Tornel checked that, checked the spot, the vanilla, windmill, so he doesn't know that he could just go ahead and get Crystal. I mean, he knows that he's got all 4 swords, he could get Crystalis with them, but he doesn't know that it's available right in a place he can get to already.
Yeah. Certainly, if I knew that already, I would be leaving now, going and getting it, and then coming back and just demolishing all these bosses with Crystalis.
In a way, it's good, because this is going to let UA catch up a little.
True. I saw UA defeated the insect. Did he pick up Flight from... Yes, he did pick up Flight, okay.
Tornel showing us how to play this bullet hell fight here. Like a pro. Look at that.
Yeah, only doing 3 damage per shot is not ideal, but...
He has not been like he
Oh!
So okay, he's gonna what's he gonna do?
Pop an opal.
Okay,
but he did
yeah,
at least double check to make sure that fruit in his inventory wasn't secretly a Fruit of Refund, which Carmine being obnoxious and hiding slightly off screen and therefore not being interactable is always annoying.
And he gets an opal back, so...
Right.
And the other opal back here, too!
Okay. Sure.
Lucky
Carmine's
out
statuary.
Buy one, get one free.
I mean, normally Carmine does drop a statue, but it's not one of the useful ones. Well, I mean, yeah. So Carmine's vanilla drop is the ivory statue, of course, which you need to restore Slime Kensu. For some reason, Kensu needs the ivory statue, whereas you get healed by the Fruit of Repun. But apparently the Fruit of Repun doesn't work on Slime Kensu, so you have to give him the ivory statue.
I assume Kensu's just allergic to Repun fruits.
I guess, yeah. You must have some different physiology, because, you know, it's not like you can use the ivory statue on yourself.
Well, no, you gotta save that for the... You gotta save the hypoallergenic food for the, you know, people who need it. That's just common courtesy.
I just figured it was different physiology from spending years in the cryotube.
That's it. That's what we should add, is the ability to use the ivory statue against random slime enemies and have them turn into NPCs with dialogue.
So Tornel takes time to level up 3 times on that passageway. You know, a lot of enemies that are great for grinding there, and that's going to put him in a much better position as he fights Mado here. But let's see which sword... Oh, and okay.
Alright, so this is the easiest version of this fight he could have had right now.
Not only is it a sword that he has a level 2 shot at, but it's a Sword of Thunder, so he gets this spread shot.
Yeah, you don't have to think too much about aiming, which is always nice.
And he's also got 2 opals, and he's got the Psycho Armor and Psycho Shield, so...
And Refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy fight. Meanwhile, UA has made it to Portoa. I can probably mark this off as ESI access. Again, it doesn't super matter this seed, but... Ooh, Power Ring out of Motto's floor.
So we have all the swords, but we need some way to get onto Saber North, and so checking the items is still pretty critical.
Yeah.
But unlike most of our tournaments, the items we're looking for are not bows. So what we need is actually, what we really need is
Teleport, right?
Teleport, yeah. I guess it really has to be teleport. But the thing is, okay. So I think it's gonna have to be that passageway through GBC Cave is going to go into. What did Tornel walked all the way?
He forgot that he was doing the second loop through Motto's floor and went all the way to the Motto boss fight.
So yeah, that second exit from GBC Cave has to be going to the Portoa region, and from there, it'll be the key to prison. And the reason why we know that is because we've been to all the towns that we can get to, and we have not seen the Leaf Elder. And without that, we can't go into the front entrance of Mount Saber North.
So, 2 things. I don't think anyone's been to Amazons yet. I don't think anyone's been back there since they got Flight, which is what gave you your first access to Amazons. Stormblaze it, not a bad pickup. The other thing is, I'm pretty sure what we're going to learn is that the front entrance of Goa here spits us out in Portoa. Also, did Tornel just skip a check on Motto's floor? The lower right one?
Oh, I don't know.
I think he might have. Alright. UA is now making the trek into Goa. We'll see if UA opts to, knowing where Crystalis is, bail as soon as he picks up the Sword of Water. In my opinion, it's the correct play.
Oh yeah, but Tornel, he didn't check it. He didn't have that
Yeah,
information.
Tornel didn't have the information. I think if you don't have the information, then it's reasonable to go through Goa. But
He's gonna save so much time on this fight, especially.
yeah. Why did... Okay. UA accidentally resets instead of hitting the Wild Warp. You know what? I can understand that. I've been there, done that. In fact, I did that earlier this week during my tournament race, so yeah. But yeah, that does signal to me that UA plans to Wild Warp. I think if I'm UA, I would actually get the other 4 chests in Carmine's basement first, and then Wild Warp, just because otherwise I'm likely to forget them later. But justifiable to just immediately bail, go get Crystalis now.
So this is pretty big. This is going to help UA catch up a little, and then we're going to have a hunt for the last item, and we could have a race.
Crew to Reppin. A little late for that to be relevant. That is Tornel realizing he just wore the shield ring through the Siberic 2 boss fight instead of the power ring. Oops. Alright, UA has Crystalis. Oh, Tornel found the key to prison.
Okay. I think that's pretty much going to seal it then.
Okay, wait. No, I could be wrong. Hang on. We don't know for sure that Goa spits us out in Portoa, because we also haven't seen Stixie, either interior or exterior. If this spits us out at the top of Mount Hydra, then you have to find a way to the Portoa region for the key to prison to be meaningful here.
The absolute first thing you do in that case is go through TBC Cave.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Alright. Tornel is setting up a sword charge glitch, just taking a blind guess, immediately dropping the sword charge glitch by menuing for no apparent reason. Doing it again. Okay. Now we've got level 3 Tornado Bracelet with Power Ring. Easy boss fight. I blinked and Carmine was dead on UA's side. Wow. Wow.
That's what happens when you've got Crystalis. Every boss fight, it's kind of like, say hello to my little friend, Crystalis.
the freest of boss fights. Statue of Gold, which is now completely useless for UA. Since we know the thing on the ocean is just the Orb of Fire upgrade. Alright, this is the moment of truth. This is, what Tornel is doing right now is out of logic. You are expected to have barrier to go through that door. And you're in Portoa.
Wow.
That means, that's probably go mode for, I mean, that is go mode for Tornel. Although,
he does have to find Crystalis.
Yes.
He doesn't know where it is. Okay, he's gonna check this first. That's fair.
Yep.
So the that Misia with Crystalis is in one of the cabin entrances, which is also includes the beach house, which was there. It includes Stom's hut. It includes the
fisherman house that he just kind of skipped.
That's right. Yeah, I don't think he saw that one. We saw that it was what was in the beach house? It was...
Oh, the beach house... No, the beach house he did check earlier. I'm talking about the fisherman house.
Oh, the fisherman house in Portoa, yeah. I guess that would... Yeah.
Very quick Moto 2 fight for UA.
Shell flute. The windmill?
Nope. Okay. I think that triggered Tornel's memory that, oh yeah, the windmill exists.
Yeah.
I don't think I've checked that yet.
No, that's right. It was the answering machine at the beach house.
Right. Yes, and both
players.
And
I think both players got that. Yeah. And that, it's fair not to check this actually, because this is it's kind of out of the way. As you can see, like, you go through here, and at the beginning of the game, these cabin checks aren't as valuable because you can't get anything out of it immediately. You either need something else. Either you need access to Portoa Castle to do the to do the checks with the dolphin, or you're going to need the alarm flute to wake up Kensu, or something like that. The windmill key to unlock to start the windmill. All of those things are going to be important. Oh wait, where's Tornel going now?
That's a good question.
I think he's trying to remember where the chapel was. He's trying to remember where the chapel was so that he can fight Mato 1. Yeah.
And he
which was at... Okay, yeah, now he remembers. It was in the pyramid.
Unfortunately for UA fans, Tornel did not take very long finding Crystalis after getting out of tower, so I honestly don't see how UA catches up here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, there are a pretty limited number of spots, and he checked almost all of them before he found it, but he did find it without too much trouble. I think the real issue is that that key to prison was so easily found.
Yeah. But yeah, Tornel is on his way to his last required boss before fighting Dragon 2.
Yeah, and I think he's not even going to forget to fight one of the bosses before he finishes this, which we've seen a few times and we've all done. Oh, the speed boosts were there. Okay, and Tornel knows it. He knows he's at the end here.
He even got barrier on Moto 1, which is the last quality of life item you really wanted at this point.
Oh, and the speed boots on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like all geared up.
Okay, yeah. You gotta watch out for
except for the sacred shield. He could have used that, I guess. Yeah, you gotta be careful because if Dragon kind of pushes you into the corner and he's right there, his shot kind of goes right into your barrier. In order to be effective, your barrier has to actually, like, the shot has to appear and get eaten up by your barrier. If the shot appears right on top of you, the barrier won't be able to stop it, and you're going to get hit by it.
Goodbye, Kelbisk 2, by the way, very quickly. And yeah, one of the other benefits of having Crystalis here is you don't have to even fight the robots. The staircases on the tower are just already open for you. So all you have to do is walk to the end. And in Tornel's case, it is a leisurely stroll to the end, because we're not even bothering to menu over to speed boots. Probably isn't even clocking that he has them, because he got them as the very last check.
Did not check the tower spot. I think it has to be Dom, I think would have to be there. I think he was the only one we didn't see.
Alright.
I'll get your GG's in chat for Tornel here.
Tornel done with an official race time of 50 minutes and 10 seconds. We'll get him on shortly for a post-match interview. Congratulations, Tornel, and welcome.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't have played much worse as far as like combat ability that seed.
Yeah, it was interesting because UA checked the windmill like very early on, and so we knew from watching that Crystalis was available as soon as you hit that sort of water in like at the beginning of Goa. And so there's a world there where, and UA actually ended up doing this, you just immediately bail out, get Crystalis, and tear through the rest of the bosses.
Thought about it, I was like, well... But by the time I thought about it, I was about to fight Sabera too, and I was like, it's a risk. Do I really want to walk through all Goa again? It probably was worth it, but yeah.
I understand it if you don't already have the knowledge that...
Yeah.
Of where Crystalis is, because then you're running into the risk of, well, it's one of the two houses in the Portola region. I can't even get to it, right? Where it's on top of tower.
Right.
But yeah, I think if you know it, yeah, bailing as soon as you get Sword of Water makes a lot of sense too.
Man, Sabera won. I fought her with one hit, and she was one hit when I got hit.
Yep.
There's something else too that's silly. Forget what it was now, but I don't know.
I did notice you fought Sabera 2 with the shield ring. You know,
that was what it was.
Accidentally die to...
I went to switch back to my not speed boots, the leather boots, rabbit boots, and I'm like, wait a minute, I had shield ring on, not power ring. Oh man.
Oh right,
You
and
just
then
want to show us
Dragon 2...
how good you.
Oh, go ahead.
You just want to show us how good you are at the Sabera fight.
I guess so.
Also getting cornered and then noopered by Dragon 2.
Yeah, that was ridiculous too. It's like, come on. If I had lost by like just a few seconds, that would have been very sad.
We do
like
have to ask.
multiple noopers during that seed. They were just like very funny.
Oh yeah, the one where I had to walk all the way out of Saber West or whatever. Yeah, that was fun.
Or like getting hit by Carmine and needing to pop an opal.
Oh yeah, that too. Man, the sea was just something else.
Back with the other 2 opals.
I know that. I was laughing at that. It's like, oh, I got my opal back. Oh, another opal. Yeah.
We do have to ask one question to you, Tornel.
All right.
Do you have something against the Sword of Thunder early game?
Not particularly. I tried it on a couple enemies and they were immune, and I just never went back. I don't know.
You just did a lot of combat early on with your level 1 sword. All right, and
there was no reason. That was just another mistake. That's all.
Official
pressure got to me.
Time of 15 minutes and 46 seconds. We'll get him in for post-match interview as well shortly.
Well, hopefully I have all that nonsense, out of my tournament way now. I won't beat Axeman playing like that. Just kidding. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, and then we got warped out, and I was hoping that Azteca would have something important, and that UA would forget to go check that.
That is what happened early on, and what gave you an early lead.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, for my victory, I get to play Mishama or Dragon Dark. Hooray.
Yeah, I mean, you would have had to do the same thing if you lost.
That's true, actually. That's true, man.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I did my best to do your job that you normally do, Tornel.
I'm sure you did fine. I'm not the greatest at it anyway.
I even did the occasionally pipe up with comments.
That's good.
Let me DM UA and see if you got the link.
So my first sword was 6 minutes before him?
Yeah, he kind of derped on the Crysta plant for a while there.
Oh. I couldn't remember where I got it, so.
I think one of them was in the pyramid, in the chest in the pyramid, and then you had to take that and change and go to Arillis. Yeah,
Arillis was in Leaf, I remember that.
Okay. Give me a moment and I'm getting the right... Alright. I think... One moment.
But yeah, 50 minutes, even 50, 53:45, pretty good times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's we've seen a lot longer time. So both pretty good performances here.
Testing. Can you hear me?
GG's. Yes, we
God,
can
I'm
hear you.
so mad. I forgot that I had seen the Queen. I was sitting on that Crysta plant for like 5 minutes before I remembered where the Queen was. Wasted so much time trying to get that stupid chest in Hydra too.
Yeah, I saw that. You went in, got bullied by the first flail guy, came back a little bit later, got past the first flail guy, got bullied by the second one, tried again, got past the first two, and got bullied by the third one.
Yeah, I came back there because I couldn't think of anywhere else to go, and then right after I screwed around with that, I remembered, oh wait, I've seen the Queen, and then I got really mad at myself.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, you did get some of that time back by bailing out of Goa as soon as you picked up the water sword to pick up Crystalis?
Well, yes and no, because I accidentally hit the soft reset combo instead of the wild warp combo. Although that wouldn't have made the difference. Yeah,
I literally did something similar during my race.
So I've only had this RGB modded NES for a couple of weeks now, and I'm not used to that being like the soft reset combo, and I accidentally hit too many buttons.
Yep.
Just use the reset button.
So it's literally across the room. I would need like a broom handle. Yeah, my setup did not really have resets in mind when I set things up. Unfortunately,
need to hire somebody just to hit your reset button.
I did actually look into what it would cost to like set up a little remote presser that I could do, but as like, no, that's too much money.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I will get used to the soft reset combo eventually, just haven't yet.
Yep.
And that's not what lost me the race, so I'm not that mad about it, but I still feel silly. Anyway.
Yeah, the advantage you had there was you had scouted the windmill earlier in that seed, and so you actually knew Messia was there. So when you got the Sword of Water, you immediately knew, oh, I can go get Crystalis right now. Whereas Tornel had not scouted that, and it would have been much more of a gamble for him. It's like, can I get it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I went to the lighthouse right away after I finished Goa. I was hoping that Crystalis was there, and I'd really feel good. But then I felt really bad when it wasn't there.
About half the seeds I've done so far on this flag set, it's been in the lighthouse. So it's... I don't know if it's just coincidence or if it's actually waited to be in the lighthouse, but...
I'm reasonably sure it's just coincidence.
Okay.
Coincidence that we keep getting broken statue and golden lamp at the start of every seat.
That one might not be coincidence. That might be like an effect of like, especially like the sphere weighting with flight. Like that adds an extra sphere for like very few item costs. So, but it is always funny when you get those two next to each other in GBC Cave. It's like, okay, what you're saying is GBC Cave had one item, and you're making me go through extra steps and scaling for it.
I've personally noticed that with WH specifically, it does like to do the early build your own item combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glancing at the times here just to see like where the differences are. And yeah, I definitely got some time back from jumping back to go get Crystalis, but unfortunately it was not enough.
Yeah. It's like...
If you watch this back, you'll see I wasted a lot of time with my own shenanigans throughout the seed, so...
Okay.
Mostly my own fault, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean... There's never just one thing that loses you a race, but I really am mad that I forgot that I had seen the Carissa Plant Queen for that long and didn't think to check. But... oh well. Every race has got to have some stupid moment, I guess.
I think the other thing that cost you some time that this was like a reasonable play but didn't pan out for you is Azteca having the rabbit boots and then there being something important on Tornado Ledge.
Yeah.
So like the odds of that happening is pretty low, but yeah.
I think you know the reason that I did that is that I hadn't yet realized that for some reason I hadn't yet realized that I could go in the back of Goa. That's another thing that lost me a bunch of time. Is it took me a while to remember that I could go in the back of Goa after picking up flight. I probably should have done that just immediately as soon as I picked up flight. But for some reason I was thinking pyramid.
All right. So, upcoming matches. We got a couple more matches. The rest of round one, basically, here. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, we've got J-Roboy versus Pinding. Then the day after that, at late night slot, 11 p.m. Eastern, the Axeman versus What Is Nope. And then Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, Mashima versus Dragon Dark. all of which I am looking forward to. And then we have our first round 2 match on Sunday. Is that Sunday? Yeah, 17th is Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is Just Chris versus our tracker today, who had to step out for dinner, Windblown Leaf. Yeah. Any last words, gentlemen?
I don't think so. I mean, this was fun. I'm glad that I didn't lose worse. Let me put it that way. I'm a little out of practice, so I'm glad that I didn't lose worse.
Well, I just want to say thank you to Axeman for co-commentating. Thank you for Leaf for tracking, and thank you as always to Speedgaming for the gracious host. But that is going to wrap things up for us here. So, yeah, that's going to do it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.